After the Royal Rumble, no member of the Judgment Day has been doing so hot. All of them lost the Royal Rumble, Liv lost her title, Balor lost to Priest, and everyone's just a big loser. And now that the Rumble is finished, the Judgment Day are in a pickle. They're basically a bunch of losers and are lost with no real leader. Finn Balor, who was out for a few weeks, comes back on Raw and scolds Dominic for what happened to JD McDonough. He was gone for a few weeks and the group is already down another man. So Balor has had enough and now wants to take control of Judgment Day. While Liv tries to mediate, the tension is palpable between these two egos. With the road to WrestleMania on the way, each person is trying to punch their ticket to the show. At first, Dirty Dominic, Mysterio, and Finn Balor look to team up. But Dominic's ego leads the team not getting anything done, and the two men are about to break up and fight. But Carlito is the man who keeps everything under control, and despite their failures as a team, Finn Balor decides to stay with the Judgment Day, but instead of teaming with Dominic, he decides to team up with Carlito instead until JD gets back. Surprisingly enough, Finn Balor and Carlito actually become a competent tag team in the division and actually get themselves a shot at WrestleMania 41 in a ladder match. Dominic Mysterio isn't too happy with this because he's a big narcissist and has a massive ego, so he tries and upstages his Judgment Day counterparts by doing something really, really dumb. To get on the WrestleMania card, he decides to fight and call out Goldberg at WrestleMania. Yeah, so Dominic for weeks and weeks and weeks decides to take jabs at Bill Goldberg, trying to get him to fight him at WrestleMania. He does his moves, does the mannerisms, and even steals his catchphrase when he tells, I don't know, "You're next." All in an effort to draw out the man himself. And in the final week before WrestleMania, Dominic is about to go out, but Carlito, being the voice of reason, tries to convince Dominic to stop this. Look, Dom, I understand that you're trying to get on the card, and I commend that, but this is Goldberg we're talking about. This is his final match, his last hurrah. I mean, this guy has destroyed people in the past, so maybe you want to calm down a bit. And Dominic tells him, I'll be fine. Who cares? It's Goldberg. Does it really matter? I'm gonna go do it anyways, brother. Yeah, don't worry, it'll be fine. Despite Carlito's pleas, Dominic Mysterio goes out on Monday Night Raw and cuts a promo about Goldberg. Bill, I understand that you're scared of me, and that's fine. You haven't answered my challenge for weeks now, and while I understand, I'm not too happy about it. All of these idiot fans keep chanting Goldberg, but listen, guys, he's too much of a coward to come and fight me. He's washed. He isn't the same man he once was. He isn't this scary man. He's a 50-something-year-old who's way past his prime. So, you know what I'm going to do? At WrestleMania 41, I'm going to walk out to the ring, make my entrance, the ref will ring the bell, and we'll count to 10, awarding me the victory, and I get to retire Goldberg in his final match. We'll get to see how much of a coward he truly is when he doesn't step up and fight me. Unless you're back there right now, Bill, come out and confront me like a man. And Dominic Mysterio gets his wish. Goldberg is seen backstage and he's walking up to gorilla position. Goldberg comes out and he confronts this greaseball. He comes out and stares down Dominic Mysterio, and Dominic Mysterio leaves. He gets out of the ring and goes through the crowd, and Goldberg is able to say a few words. Kid, you made the biggest mistake of your life. Not only are you our next, you are also last. I hope you signed your will, because at WrestleMania, you're going to need it for your family. And that is it. Dominic, well, good luck, brother. You're going to need it. As for Liv and Raquel, their path towards WrestleMania is for going after the Women's Tag Team Championships. After Liv has failed multiple times to get a shot at the Women's World Title, her path to Rhea Ripley or rematch has been closed. But the tag team titles are wide open for her and Raquel to take. They win a number one contendership match and get a shot against Bianca and Naomi. There's been an issue with Bianca and Naomi that's been brewing for a bit. You see, ever since Jordynne Grace debuted in the WWE, Naomi and Jordan have become friendly with one another again and hanging out. Bianca has become jealous of this relationship and is not too thrilled with it. And during a promo on Raw, Liv Morgan points this out. Well, I see you two girls are looking good. You know, Bianca, I know that Jordynne Grace has been around. You know, Jordynne Grace, she debuted and she's been hanging out with Naomi a bit. How does that make you feel? Do you feel like a third wheel of sorts? Naomi is telling Liv Morgan that everything is fine between her and Bianca and there's nothing to worry about. You're just trying to stir the pot. And Liv's like, well, I'm just saying, girl, you know? You just been, you know, I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Despite Bianca and Naomi being on thin ice a bit, the match is set. WrestleMania 41, Raquel, Liv versus Bianca, Naomi. And now we're at WrestleMania 41. So let's start with the World Tag Team Championships. It is a 4-way ladder match with Judgment Day members Carlito and Finn Balor, The New Day, the Viking Raiders, and American Made. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. And it's a ladder match, so with 8 men, it is complete and utter chaos. Just pure anarchy. There is no consistency. There is no psychology. It's just a complete brawl. But in the end, it looks like Finn Balor is going to climb up the ladder and grab the briefcase, but the New Day are able to get back up there, and Kofi knocks him off the ladder to grab the World Tag Team titles. The New Day become the World Tag Team Champions. Despite Carlito and Finn Balor trying their best and working well together, they just weren't enough to overcome the New Day, who have a new passion after getting rid of Big E. We're going to move on to the second match for the Judgment Day. For the Women's Tag Team Championships, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez team up to challenge Bianca Belair and Naomi. Jordynne Grace has been told to go to the back and stay there. Naomi and Bianca want to take care of business without her. Liv and Raquel are completely on the same page in comparison to Naomi and Bianca, who still are kind of on shaky ground, but are going to duke it out. They are able to work well together as a team despite their differences, and it looks like they're going to put away Liv Morgan. But a miscommunication from Bianca to Naomi is able to lead Raquel to take out Bianca, and then an oblivion on the Naomi pins Naomi for the 3. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez win the Women's Tag Team Championships from the duo. While all is right in the world with Liv and Raquel, things are about to explode. After the match, Bianca confronts Naomi, is like, what the hell, why did you lose, why didn't you help me? And they're just arguing until Bianca Belair attacks Naomi and hits her with a kiss of death, thus ending their tag team. Jordynne Grace then comes out to save Naomi, but the damage has already been done. As one relationship is broken, another team is stronger than ever. Now the Judgment Day is 1-1 at WrestleMania 41. It is time for the final match for Judgment Day member, and it's none other than, of course, Dominic Mysterio, who's been goading Goldberg into a match for weeks and weeks and weeks, and now here we are. Goldberg comes out, full entrance and all, and the match is ready to get underway. Goldberg versus Dominic Mysterio. Despite Dominic trying his best, trying to avoid Goldberg as much as possible, running around the ring and tiring out Goldberg, he is able to get some offense in, but it's all for naught. Goldberg hits him with a spear, and then does a second spear for good measure, picks up poor Dirty Dom, and jackhammers him down, and that is it. It is over. Goldberg defeats Dominic Mysterio in less than 3 minutes. And Goldberg now says goodbye to the fans and walks out on top. As for Dominic Mysterio, well, I mean, you kind of deserved it, brother. After WrestleMania, Liv and Raquel are pretty disappointed and frankly ashamed of the group for being a big bunch of losers, and decide that they don't need him anymore. So Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez just leave the Judgment Day and they're done with them. Now they're down 2 more members, so there's only 3 left at this point, and Judgment Day now is severely weakened. But this is only the beginning of the end for the group, as Dominic Mysterio is tired of the current group as well. But rather than just straight up leave, he's scheming a plan to put the knife in the Judgment Day's back. The next week on Raw, Dominic, Finn, and Carlito are in a 6-man tag team match with the LWO, I guess? Sure, LWO. In the end, Carlito eats the pinfall from Rey Mysterio, and that's it. After the match, it looks like the Judgment Day are about to implode. Dominic Mysterio tells Finn that we're done. It's over, we're done as a group. And I don't need you losers anymore. I've got a new crew that I'd like to introduce you to now. And then Austin Theory and Grayson Waller come out and take out both Carlito and Finn Balor. Then the 3, after taking care of Carlito on the outside, they decide to triple gang Finn Balor and hit all of their finishers on the Finn Balor. They pose, and Dominic now has a new group led by himself. Now Dominic Mysterio has a new group of himself, Austin Theory, and Grayson Waller. What are they called? The Dirty Rascals. After the beatdown of last week, Dominic Mysterio comes out and explains why he did what he did. The boos rain in on Dominic as he explains why he did what he did. Now, if you idiots could shut up, I could tell you why I did what I did. So you want to know why I betrayed the Judgment Day? Well, it's because they're a bunch of losers. Once Liv Morgan left, the group was basically over at that point, and I knew that. So, for the past few months, I have been planning a plan B, and that is the Dirty Rascals, myself, Theory, and Waller. These two guys have been mocked and belittled by all of you people. So, I'm going to take these two and make them into the stars that they should be. While you people think that we're jokes and losers and lame and we can't accomplish anything, I promise you by the end of the year, we will all be champions. And whether you like it or not, that is what's going to happen. This is a new era, an era of the Dirty Rascals. The Dirty Rascals are born, and Finn Balor and Carlito are going to be away for a few weeks due to the injuries that they suffered. In the few weeks that Dominic Mysterio has led this group, he has actually led them to getting wins. Win after win after win. So they get a shot for a number one contendership match at the World Tag Team Championships against the Viking Raiders. It looks like Theory and Waller are going to pull off the win, but Finn Balor returns and takes out Austin Theory, and this distracts Grayson Waller long enough for the Viking Raiders to hit their finish and win. And the Viking Raiders are going on to Backlash to fight for the Tag Team Championships, while Austin Theory and Grayson Waller have suffered their first loss thanks to Finn Balor. And next week on Raw, Finn Balor comes out and explains how he feels about the whole thing. He believes it's utter crap. Dominic Mysterio has been probably the biggest loser of our entire group, and he claims that we're the losers, that we're the guys that let the group down. No. Dominic is the true loser of the Judgment Day. We've had to carry his bags for years and years and years because he can't cut the mustard. And now he wants to throw us to the wayside. That's not going to happen. So at Backlash, me and Carlito are going to take you guys on 2-on-3. While it might seem like a disadvantage, we're going to prove that we're the better group of this whole thing. We're going to prove that Dominic Mysterio is a complete and utter fraud. So at Backlash, the Dirty Rascals take on the team of Carlito and Finn Balor. It's a typical tag team match. The Dirty Rascals dominate Carlito for the majority of the match. Finn Balor gets hot tagged in and goes crazy and takes out all three members. But unfortunately, in the end, the numbers game would prevail, as Austin Theory would hit his finisher onto Finn Balor, and then a frog splash from Dominic Mysterio will give the Dirty Rascals a win. And it looks like that they're going to take out Carlito even more. Finn Balor's already out, so now they're going to target Carlito. Just when all hope is lost for the former Judgment Day, JD McDonough makes his in-ring return, and he decides to help out the Judgment Day. He is able to chase away all members of the Dirty Rascals, and now we've got a fair fight. 3v3. With Money in the Bank coming up, Dominic Mysterio wants to be in that match so he can get a briefcase. However, he still has to deal with the remnants of Judgment Day. So on Raw, they have one more match. One more match, a 3v3 street fight to main event. The loser must disband. The old Judgment Day of JD, Balor, and Carlito versus the Dirty Rascals. This is also an elimination match, so it's 3v3 elimination. Theory, Waller, Carlito, and JD all get taken out, and then the final showdown is Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio 1v1. Thanks to the dirty tactics of Dominic Mysterio by clobbering Finn Balor in the head, he's able to hit the frog splash in the 619 and pin Finn Balor. Dominic Mysterio defeats Finn Balor with a little bit of help from a weapon, and the Judgment Day are officially done. They are done. We go to the back and we see Carlito, Balor, and JD, and they're like, yep, well guys, we lost. It's time to part ways. While JD and Balor decide to actually stick together as a tandem, Carlito, I don't know what happens to Carlito, man. He has been such a soldier for the Judgment Day, trying to keep it together, and now he's kind of just left stranded. Maybe he'll go back to the Island of Relevancy, who knows, but yeah. The guys basically split up, and that is how the Judgment Day ends. Now you might be asking, how about the Dirty Rascals? How about them? How are they doing? Well, at Money in the Bank, the Dirty Rascals actually capture the World Tag Team Championships. And Dominic Mysterio is able to win the Money in the Bank briefcase by taking out, lastly, Damian Priest. Knocks Damian off the ladder, and Dominic Mysterio is the 2025 Men's Money in the Bank briefcase holder. And that is how the Judgment Day came to an end. Not a fairy tale ending, but it's definitely a dirty ending. Thanks for watching and take care.